pretty.
Hi guys, I'm going to go over our root cellar build. Folks, hey, make sure you stay to the end because my wife almost always puts something really fun with our kids in it at the end. And also we do a lot of announcements on the end, at the end of the video. So don't miss out on that stuff. We started the root cellar about 3 years ago. Right over here, we dug the hole and then it sat for like 2 years. And over that time it was a bad experience because we ran out of finances and couldn't do anything. And through the rainy season and then through the cold where it would freeze and thaw, we actually heard this thing collapsing into itself, the wall, the walls of it. We heard the walls collapsing in, and our bedroom is that window right there. So every time chunks would collapse and fall into that, we could hear it, and it was like, oh no, another piece went in there. And we were getting a little concerned because it was eroding towards our foundation of our cabin. You can see how close it got right there. So that's pretty close. As far as how much dirt is actually left here, we're talking about 1.5 feet. Not much. So that started getting kind of worrisome. So then about a year ago, we had some finances come through tax return. Woohoo! So we leveled the rock in here because we also did pour. We also had some gravel poured in here. So we leveled that out. Hand dug what we needed to hand dig. That was a pain. That was terrible. Oh man, that was terrible. Hours for me down there because we didn't dig a footer. So we had to hand dig the footer. So you dig down another foot or 2 feet and then a foot or 2 feet wide all the way around. And we did that by hand. That was not fun, but it was done. We got it pretty level, and then we poured the slab. Once the slab was poured, that was like a big relief because now I wasn't concerned about the erosion. It wasn't gonna erode very much more. Still, some was gonna erode, but not that much. And we weren't gonna have to keep cleaning it out after it eroded every time. And the cleanup would just be with a flat shovel. We could just scoop it and toss it out. It'd be easy clean out and sweep it and stuff. But then, through my job at Total High Speed, I met a guy who does cement work. He does block and cement and all this kind of work. And I started talking to him. I liked him. And we were gifted some more money. Also a tax return again this year. And then we were gifted some money from like my dad. Thank you, Dad, so much. We were able to start getting the walls built. So he started putting the walls on block by block. We built this with 8" by 8" by 16" block. And we had vents put in. These are, I think they're called louvered vents. Right? So those can be closed or opened depending on our ventilation needs. And they take the place of one of the blocks. And we put 3 of those in. And then on the top, 8" by 8" squares. So 2 of those, and we're going to put roof vents on here. So now all the hot air has a place to escape through the top. Plus we put these as low as possible so that the idea is that the cold air can run. It's going to be running and then hit there and fall in. That's the theory. So we'll see how it works. So now just a couple days ago, and I got a bunch of video of it, my wife did a bunch of video, we got the top on. Yes. When the top was poured, also all the cavities of the block were filled. All the cavities. So now this is a really solid unit. This isn't going to just be a root cellar, it's also going to be a storm shelter for us. So because of how far down it goes, it went down as far as we could go down to bedrock. So about 3.5 feet of it is buried, and only about 3 foot, 3.5 foot is above ground. And then what we're also going to do is when we backfill it, we are going to mound dirt on as much of it as we can. just so we don't mess with the vents. And we're going to do like raised beds, little raised garden beds around it, wherever we can. So that's where we're at with the root cellar. We had a few people ask questions about the root cellar. They wanted to know more about it. The biggest thing about root cellar, guys, is ventilation. Get the ventilation right. We spent hours reading books, watching videos online, talking to people, talking to a buddy of mine's an engineer. He studied it as well. He spent hours as well. We took all of his input, all of our input from what we learned, and this is what we came up with. Time will tell how it goes, but we think we have the ventilation good to go. What's next on the root cellar? Next is we're gonna seal it. The whole thing on the outside, we're gonna seal it with like a paint, a roll-on sealer. Also, we need to put stairs in here. So we need to get a machine here, hire for a machine, put stairs in here, and then we're gonna put retaining walls on either side. Boom, boom, of the stairs, because the stairs are gonna be cut into this. Then we're gonna put like a French drain in that's gonna go from here all the way along, and then because our land slopes downhill from here, so it slopes that way. So the French drain is going to go all the way along the building and then come out over there wherever it needs to, however far it needs to go, until it's, you know, continuous slope for the French drain, a continuous slope down, and then drain into whatever we end up putting down there. We might put a little pond down there or whatever. But honestly, I don't think that much water is going to go down there, because this is going to have a patio on it. So this whole thing's going to be covered here. That's the plan. So the only thing that's going to be dripping down here is like what the gutters don't catch, what drips on here from off the gutters and stuff like that. And if there's any groundwater that comes in, you know, any groundwater that comes in, because this is the slope, this is the way it slopes. If there's any groundwater that comes in and wants to actually go into there, then that will hit the French drain and go out. Of course, we got to put the door in here. We have the door already. It's an exterior door that I bought for that. And then all the interior stuff for it. We want all the shelving we want to build in there. We're either going to build it, we're either going to do it out of metal or we're going to do it out of cedar. We'll see. Oh yeah, quick tip, lesson learned. Whenever you're going to have any cement work done at your house, if your truck's going to come and pour, have something else formed out and ready for leftover cement. You guys, you can save hundreds of dollars if you do this. No joke. If they're done pouring the root cellar, look what extra we got poured. This is a like 12 by 8 solid section poured. It then goes into our shop that's under construction. Thank you for watching us here on Thousands of Roots. Hope you enjoyed the little update on what's going on here and the root cellar. It's just such a relief to have it this far. Oh, boy, I'll tell you, what a relief. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And the best thing you can do for us, guys, is to please share our videos. Sure do appreciate it. Love you, appreciate you. Whatever you do it with your whole heart.
Our geese, every time we do cement, they leave nice little trails through our cement. It doesn't matter where we pour, they always have done that. Well, our geese are locked up now, as some of you know, but guess who decided to leave their mark since the geese couldn't? You guessed it. We had a lovely duck come along and leave a nice little trail across our fresh cement. Isn't that wonderful? Almost everything on our homestead has quite a bit of character. Ooh, I think I just saw some little footprints too. Did you catch that? Those look like Joseph prints. Do you see those? I think Jay just couldn't resist. He had to get in on the cement marking as well. Yep, definitely Jay footprints.